Today we're finally going to try chat mode, and if you guys don't know what chat mode is, this is a community made game mode in which you basically self-impose some rules in order to make BT6 a little bit more difficult. So chat mode stands for a couple of things. C stands for chimps mode, H stands for have cash, A stands for ABR, and actually because I'm not using mods and I cannot even install mods, I decided to switch A to double ability cooldown rate, and then D stands for double HP mods, which we're gonna set at 200%. Now the other rules are basically simple. You're allowed to choose the map and the hero and everything. You have to start from round 6, you have to end in round 100, and this actually gets very tricky because you're still playing chimps plus half cash mode, but you're like throwing other stuff at it. So let's see if we can beat it. And by the way, just take a look at how ridiculous this thing is. $325. I mean, what do you even start with? Let's go like this. I picked Rosalia as the hero because I do have a plan on what I want to do, but let's just kind of see how things are going to develop. Alright, there we go. So round 7, we need about $10 more so we can place a second dart monkey. And how is it looking? I see a green balloon. Okay, he sniped the green balloon. That was a very good snipe actually. So we got the money for a second dart. I'm gonna have it like this. I'm actually trying to place towers here towards the right side at first because we're gonna be defending here on the left side. So the plan is to buy the most cost efficient towers basically, and see if those towers can help you win the game. So one of those towers is going to be, you know, I was thinking about this, like how do I want to beat this thing, and I was thinking I want to buy the more glaives because it's such a great tower. But then I was like, why don't I just buy the glaive lord if possible? The problem with the glaive lord is that it's a little bit expensive. It is $35,000. So keep in mind you need to save up like 70k in normal gameplay in order for you to afford the, you know, the 35k glaive lord. That's a lot of money. And even then it's like not a guarantee because it's just like it's just gonna be a glaive lord. It needs a lot of help. So let's have Rosalia here on the side. The idea that I have, by the way, let's have her like, I guess like this is going to be fine. Let me just place her before the round ends. Yeah, there we go. I want to have her here towards the left side with the platform because I do want to buy discount villages. I feel like discounts are gonna be super important on a game mode like this. Alright guys, how is it looking? Just a hero, 3 base monkeys, round 24 is incoming. Who's gonna bring the camo detection? I think one of these darts for sure, right? Let's have this guy here on the right side. Just make it as a 002, actually 27. So let's switch from the lasers. Let's equip the grenades, and actually the grenades are gonna be nice for 28 as well because we've got no lead popping power. We could buy lead if we want to get the red hot ranks, but I don't want to do that. So let's just get these guys for a little bit of AoE. Just the reason why I wanted to bring Rosalia is just because she can knock back balloons. She's actually really good at that. And one of those, you know, very cost efficient towers, I'm going to have the first village like this, by the way. One of those cost efficient towers is the Unstable Concoction Alchemist, and that thing like does a lot of damage, especially because we're playing on double HP mobs. The explosions are going to be strong. And I guess I was thinking we get Rosalia, the Unstable Concoction, and then we just push back and blow back all the balloons, and then we find a way to deal with the small balloons with the glaive lord. Right, so we've got about $1,000, and I purposely didn't buy both of the discount upgrades on the village because I want to see it. Like this single 002 is not gonna be able to beat these camos, right? I mean, even if he somehow beats this one, he's not gonna be 36 and 37, so might as well buy the crossbow. But let's not buy any crossbows. I really hate spending money on like these useless towers. Alright, so 39, we have about $2,000 remaining, so we could buy the second discount village, but I'm really curious to see how round 40 is gonna go because we're not exactly, you know, that hot with mob damage. This is gonna be a double HP mob. It's not gonna be 45, but it's gonna have double HP, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that round goes. It's actually 39. How are we doing on this one? I have the grenades equipped, by the way, for the AoE, but I'm starting to question if this is the right choice because, yeah, it's not. We're actually leaking on this one. Okay, so let's switch to the lasers. We're gonna get level 7 for round 40, which is gonna be amazing because we're gonna be able to place Rosalia everywhere, and I'm gonna switch her to strong for this round because look at what she does. She's actually leaving the zebras to blue balloons, and then these guys are gonna be greens, but it's a lot of greens though. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I have the lasers equipped, and this feels a little bit better than the. Oh, let's go on first really quickly. Go back on strong now, and I think, is it time for first again? Yeah, let's go for first again. Yeah, I don't know why this looks a lot better than when we had the grenades equipped for some reason. And I guess the grenades are supposed to be the AoE attack, but no, the lasers do it. All right, so we get. Oh, we don't get level 7. Oh, I thought we were gonna get level 7. Okay, so we can. I mean, we can buy it. I don't mind spending like 265. Let's buy the level 7. Let's have Rosalia like this, and then let's just see, without doing anything, can we actually even like pop this thingy? Oh my god, this is not looking good, guys. We have a charged up attack, so we're gonna get a little bit of pushback and some damage, but I don't think this is happening. No, we're not even getting the pop. Okay, so we need to buy level 7. Yeah, let's go like this. Buy level 7. This is gonna unlock the jetpack ability. I'm gonna have Rosalia like this, set her on strong. I mean, it doesn't matter for this one that she's on strong, because it's only like one mob. But and then here's the thing, if the level 7 ability comes off cooldown on time, which we're playing with 200%, this is gonna be good. Okay, so it does come on time, so we get to use it. Are we popping this thing? Because if we are, I mean, I could just dump the level 3 ability and that's gonna clear out the mob, right? Let's just see when this thing is gonna pop. Oh my god, it's taking a while. Okay, so we do get the pop. Let's use the ability and that should be, yeah, there we go. That's about it. All right, that's great. That's all it took for this one. I'm actually gonna keep the lasers equipped because we have black balloons and zebras in this one. The grenades cannot pop those. And let's start buying up the second discount village. So let's go like this, and this part one is gonna be the bigger radius one, so it's gonna have the boomerang inside. It doesn't have it right now. Okay, so this is actually gonna be perfect for 49. Let me tell you why. The grenades are gonna get a little bit more damage. We're gonna level up on this round, and the previous damage was 2, so I guess it's gonna be no less than 3, I assume. And that's important because in 49 you have a bunch of like big balloons, but they're followed with, look, with green balloons. So if we switch to the grenades, we're basically gonna be one-shotting all of the green balloons, which is gonna make dealing with the other ones a lot, I guess, a lot easier for our tower. So though, is it gonna be enough is the question. We can buy the more glaives if we wanted to. We have $4,000, by the way. Let's see how we're doing. The abilities at 200%, so I'm really scared to use the abilities. Unless we absolutely need to use an ability, I will not be touching them throughout the entirety of the game. So let's see how we do on 49. I think we've dealt with the ceramics so far. I don't want to jinx it. Some of them are coming back. There we go. We had a charged up attack. And now we have some regrowths incoming. The regrowths are going to be very important to get dealt with quickly, which we do seem to deal with them. Alright, so 50s are incoming. Let's switch to the lasers now because we have absolutely no mod class damage. And basically this is all gonna be on Rosalia. But something that I'm noticing is that we're not dealing with the small balloons either, right? I mean, kind of barely. Some of them are making it to the other side. Okay, I think it's time for the more glaives now. Sure, let me get the more glaives. Let's also buy an alchemist like right here in this spot, and I'm gonna have the alchemist a little more towards the left side even, so that he can throw a couple of buffs on the platform as well. So let's go like this. Keep this at 320. I gotta say, out of this whole thing that we're doing, the most annoying modifier is hands down half cash. We are playing a lot of chimps runs on the channel. I mean, I don't even mind double HP mobs as much, especially because we can stall them with Rosalia, but this half cash thingy is just so annoying actually. The setup is doing well so far, by the way. So Rosalia seems to be dealing with the mob class balloons. The plan is kind of working, you know. She's pushing them back, buying a little bit of time. And even though this more glaives is not like a mob popping tower, you guys seeing this? These glaives are kind of bouncing between the mobs, so it's not like popping them, but it's still doing a little bit, you know. It's doing something, and it's being very helpful. So I think the 50s are actually kind of done and dusted, honestly. All right, so let's watch 62, and actually specifically watch the 45 the mobs. These guys are gonna have, I guess, 4x HP because, you know, double because they're 45, and then another double because of the modifier. So we're gonna need a lot more damage for these guys, is what I'm saying. So we're gonna have to move Rosalia around. I don't want to use an ability. We do have the level 7 one. We actually do have the level 3 one as well, but I don't want to touch them unless it's absolutely necessary. So I would rather just micro her around. So go like this. The first one is about to pop. There we go. And then the second one, how's the second one doing? The second one is not that close to popping, is it? It should pop in a second. There we go. All right, so doing fine, but we're gonna need to micro versus these mob class balloons. So move Rosalia to first now, and I'm gonna equip the grenade launcher. This is because round 63 is on the screen. There we go. We just make quick work out of 63. So let's equip the lasers again, move Rosalia to strong, and actually let's see how we do versus these 45s again. We combine the charge with the unstable concoction explosions, and we just buy something that deals with the small balloons. Guys, I mean, that's the plan. You kind of need the plan, I think, going into something as ridiculous as this Chad mode, I think. All right, this is not looking good, guys. So it's round 69, and we currently have $15,000, and we need 35. We're literally not even halfway there. And actually, the problem is not actually the money, as it is the timing by which we need to get this glaive lord. That is going to be around 81, because I don't think that these guys defend like free play, you know, double HP BFBs and whatever's coming out. Up to $20,000 now, but listen, this thing is, guys, we need like 15k in the next 5 rounds. This is not happening straight up. So we're gonna have the most difficult rounds incoming, and let's see how we're gonna do on 75. So again, I think we're gonna have to use an ability on this one. It's just the question is which one and when, and I think it's actually not gonna be the level 3 one, because we're probably gonna need to save the level 3 one for 76. So for our first run, let's just not do anything and see how much damage we can do and where things stand. And I cannot actually see, you know, these 45 mobs even barely getting popped. I mean, that's the second one. Can we pop the third one? If we can clear out the 45 mobs, which we seem to be kind of with these more glaze, but barely. Are we popping them? Okay, we did. And now let's watch these BFBs and their insides. So 2 groups of BFBs by 3. These are all double HP. We're gonna need a good knockback, which we do get, and that's a huge wave of balloons. I don't think we're defending this unless we click a button. Oh yeah, look at this thing. This is like not even gonna be close. They're just gonna walk through, right? Oh, actually, are they gonna walk through? I mean, this is getting close. Oh my god. Never mind. We leaked. Okay, so let's restart this. Alright, so here's the plan. Have Rosalia on strong, use the charge, and then go to first and use the level 7 ability. So go like this. The first BFB is gonna appear, so go like this. Now use the level 7 and then move her back on first. The idea is that the charge, the level 10 ability, follows the targeting of Rosalia. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, what did I do, guys? Why did I do that? Is this actually gonna be helpful? Because if we can separate the round, that would not be bad. But we need to pop the 45s like right now. So let's get the pushback. We did. Come on, these guys are not popping. These 45s, man, these are gonna be an issue for the entirety of the game, I'm pretty sure. Let's please like pop them. The first one popped, so we're gonna get a knockback. That's very good. Let's equip the grenades. Please tell me we pop them. Yes, we do. Alright, and now with the level 7 ability, I think we're gonna clean out this round. And I'm telling you guys, this is just not happening with the Glaive Lord. I mean, these guys, let's use the ability, but yeah, these guys cannot clear like the 70s, let alone defend into the 80s so that we can save up money for the Glaive Lord. It's just not happening, kind of thing. And are we gonna pop this? I don't think we're popping him, guys. Even with the level 7, no, we're not popping a 4. Oh, that was a good pushback, but I still don't think it's happening. No, it's not. Alright, so here's the thing. 79 is just not happening, and we're missing about $9,000, so it's time for us to buy another defensive tower. We need to switch our strategy, and I was kind of thinking what I want to buy, and I came up with the Beast Handler. Actually, specifically with the Orca, the top crossbat, and the reason why I kind of remembered about this tower is because literally my last video was with the Megalodon on this specific map. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, actually, why am I doing this? Let's just merge it up. Let's do something like a 32 out of 64 Orca, and we're going to place these guys here on the side so we can move it freely. And the thing about the Orca is actually it can do this. Even though we're playing with double HP mobs, it can still one-shot BFBs regardless of their HP. Well, it's not regardless, it has like an upper limit, but the upper limit is not going to get reached, right? Alright, so 82, and with this Orca, how are things looking, guys? I don't know, let's see how we do versus the 45 ones, because the 45s are going to be our biggest problem, I'm pretty sure. And that goes for 92, 96, 98, and then the DDTs, oh my god, don't even get me started on the DDTs. I have no idea what we're doing for those guys. We seem to be one-shotting these balloons, so that's amazing. I mean, you can tell it takes a little bit of a while to pull them back because of the increased HP, but it still works, and that's amazing. Wait a minute, why cannot I put the fish up top, even though this guy's merged up as well? Is this I can only use this bottom guy's range. You guys see this? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do for 86. I'm gonna move the fish like this, but I'm gonna have Rosalia away because she does a decent amount of damage to these mob class balloons, and I don't want her breaking these guys apart. I just want them one shot like this. Is this actually gonna work? And I think this is something that it's working perfectly. We need to actually pay attention to this. Alright, and there it is. Our first DDTs incoming in a second. So I'm gonna have the fish like this. Do we have everything? I think it's fine. So attack speed, I mean camo, that's pretty much everything. We gave it like 32 beast power. I really don't want to spending some extra cash for this Orca, even though it's gonna be really good, and it cannot one-shot these DDTs, or it cannot pull them back as it does with the BFBs, is what I'm saying. But the Rosalia knockback is insane, and that's gonna be a key thing because the Orca does not seem to have the damage, but Rosalia's knockback is gonna be very, very important. Alright, I think comes 92. 92 might be a tricky round because it's got a bunch of 45 mobs plus UMGs, and I don't like this one bit. So I think we're gonna go on first. We're actually focusing down the 45 mobs and the leftovers. Rosalia is still on strong, by the way, with the laser being equipped, so we're kind of holding these UMGs back in place. We do have some abilities if necessary, but so far so good. 27k is the Glaive Lord. Nah, it doesn't even make sense buying it right now. We're not even gonna do it. Oh my god, we need some support towers ASAP. So let's defeat this one, and then for the DD, so 93, we're gonna buy some. Actually, we can even start buying them now, and I have an idea on how I want to do this. This might come to surprise to you guys, but there's actually not much space here. So what I was thinking of doing, this Alchemist is gonna become obsolete, by the way. It's gonna hit so many towers around it, but here's what I was thinking of doing, just doing something like this. So get the articulate platform, and then I want to buy a glue, which is gonna be in the range of both discounts. This is, by the way, going to be just a Moab glue. I'm not gonna buy the Relentless. I think that's a luxury at this point. It's 4k. We're gonna get some stuns going, but I really don't want to do that. Now let's see how we do versus these DDTs. So I'm gonna have the fish set to strong. I keep calling it the fish, but it's like the Orca, and I sometimes call it the shark. Yeah, so this Orca, does it have the damage versus these DDTs? It seems like they are making it very far, guys. This is almost going like maybe 40-ish% of the track, and that was only like 5 or 6. So what I'm saying is 95 is not happening with this setup. Let's see if I'm going to be correct about that one. Let's watch 94 first, which should not be that big of an issue because there are no fortifieds on this one, so I think we're just going to like one-shot the BFBs and just do a lot of damage to the ZMGs and pop them. Yeah, there we go, 94 as predicted. I mean, it's not even going to be close, so 95, guys, I don't think 95 is happening with this setup. We're going to have to do something. It's going to be abilities, maybe we have to buy something. Let's see how we do. So $25,000 on this one. I mean, let's see if the Orca can do it. It's actually the Orca plus Rosalia, and the Rosalia knockbacks are going to be insane. So let's start this thing by sending the Orca on strong. We only want to focus on the DDTs. Let's, for our first attempt, not do anything. Just see where we're standing, and then if necessary, we're going to just keep buying stuff like abilities or whatever it is. Although I'm kind of skeptical buying abilities. We're probably going to need to buy like at least one Spike Storm, maybe actually one. One? Oh my god, and I'm telling you guys, this is like not even close to 95. I wouldn't mind buying a Snowstorm, and I wouldn't mind buying one Spike Storm because I know that that's going to be used for around 100, right? So let's just kind of buy it. Can we have it in the range of both discounts? No, not looking like it. Okay, so just one discount is going to be fine. That's fine. Let's go like this, 240 on the Spike Storm, and let's see how much of a difference these guys are going to make now. So I'm just going to let the round play, and let's just wait a second until everyone's out. I'm going to use the Spike Storm first. I think, yeah, that's all of them. So let's dump the Spike Storm. It's a little bit better than last time for sure. I think we're also going to need to freeze him. So let's freeze. Let's wait for a second actually before he gets critical. And it's, oh my god, what a knockback that was. Okay, so we might actually have this one. We have a freeze, so let's freeze everyone. Like 2 DDTs left. Oh my god, are we actually going to do it like this? 2 DDTs left, 1 DDT left. We actually do it. No, some small Bloons. The ice is holding them. Oh, we actually do it, I think. Yes. Oh my god, that was amazing. All right, so 2 abilities. We have 2 new buttons to click. I don't exactly like the fact that these are abilities because it's 200%, but you know what? They're both going to be useful, so it's fine, I think. Okay, for 96, I'm going to set the Orchid to first for a second so that we deal with the fortified mobs and all the small ones, and then we're going to focus on the other ones. Do we dump an ability on this one? Actually, I think we do. We can use the level 7 one, but let's have Rosalie first. I don't mind doing this, by the way, because the 97 is just going to be like a long round. It's going to be 2 fortified ZMGs, and everything is going to come off cooldown. Yeah, but the Orca is doing its thing. Let's check the pops. It's at, oh my god, 1.1 million pops on the Orca. Let's check Rosalia, 400k. I think this Boomer did a lot of damage, especially in the early games, so over 500,000 on this guy. Yeah, the Orca is carrying, but it's all made possible by Rosalia, and we have round 96. I'm pretty sure this one is, it's only non-fortified Bloons left, so yeah, this one is in the bag, but 98, 99, and 100, guys, the most difficult rounds are only ahead of us. Alright, this round's not gonna be a problem because it's 2 ZMGs fortified, so then once we pop the ZMG layers, we're just gonna one-shot the insides. It's not like a lot of them, it's like 4 BFBs in total. Oh, we've got a charged up attack on Rosalia. Actually, let me move her on the side so we use that on 98. Alright, there we go, 97 done. Alright, it's the big one, guys. So let's move Rosalia like this. She's set on strong. The Orca is set on first. Let's just kind of try and grab as many of these 45 BFBs. And then what do we do about this round? So the first run is going to be like we did on 95. So we're not going to be touching anything. Just see how we're doing. Like, what's the situation look like for 98? Something I'm noticing is that we're beautifully grouping all these Bloons with Rosalia. So the level 10 ability is going to go really hard on this one. Actually, that might create some problems for us as something that's going to look like this, I guess, with a bunch of fortified mobs. So the idea is likely going to be separating the round into 2 groups. The first one is going to be everything below a ZMG, and the second one is going to be the ZMGs themselves. And yeah, this is, I mean, this is really not looking good. This is actually going to be such a tricky round because I can see fortified mobs exiting. That's ridiculous. So let's try it like this. Let's dump all abilities. They should come off cooldown. So I'm going to use the level 10, the level 3, and the level 7 together. This is going to be a big explosion, by the way, happening. So just get a little bit of damage going to the ZMGs. But I'm going to move Rosalia here towards the bottom, and I'm going to set her on first for a second so that we can push back some of these small Bloons. And as soon as we deal with everything that's fortified, I think the ZMGs are not going to be that big of an issue. Alright, huge pushbacks. What is the Orca set on? It's set on first, but it doesn't seem to be pushing anything back. Let's go on the last, and maybe we can, you know, drag some of these fortified BFBs back. Let's go back on first for the Orca. Let's have it here in the middle now. So some of these guys are popping. I'm going to move Rosalia here in the middle. I'm going to set her on strong. Even though she's set on strong, she doesn't see anything stronger than a blue mob, so I think this is the correct way to do it. We could probably use the level 7 ability if necessary because it did come off cooldown, so that's an interesting thing to pay attention to. Let's move her back to first. Some of the Bloons are going on to like the last loop, and this is not good. Oh my god, that's so many Bloons. Let's move Rosalia back to strong. Are we actually using an ability? I don't think we are. Let's try and save it because it's only non-fortified Bloons left. We somehow defend it. I'm going to try and save all the abilities, by the way, because it's, well, 200% and actually 45 DDs on the next one. 21, so 4x HP. I'm kind of scared about 99, honestly. And it's only the ZMGs left, but not a lot of track left on this one. I still have the lasers equipped, by the way, so let's have Rosalie on strong, just push back some of these BFBs, get them back while the Orca deals with the small balloons. Do we actually have it, guys? How does this thing look? They're all gonna come here towards the right side, they're gonna make the loop, and it's just a question of if we can defend them. We have some spikes at the back, which is nice, but we do take care of the Moab class balloons, and yes, that's all it took. Round 98. That was absolutely perfect. Alright, 99 incoming. Now what do we do for 99? Besides setting the Orca to strong, we can use the freeze, and I actually don't want to use the spike ability. I think we're gonna need it for 100, so let's just do the freeze, but let's wait until they're kind of back in Rosalie's range. So she's set on strong with the lasers equipped, and let's use the ability almost just in a second. Yes, let's use it now. She's set on strong, so can we get a pushback, please? Like right now? Get a pushback. It's not happening. Do we have the damage? Oh, we don't have the damage. No, she's pushing back the Moabs. Is this gonna come to bite us? Hopefully not. Oh my god, this is ridiculously close. How are we surviving this? This game mode is insane, and we actually do get it done, guys. Okay, round 121. That's that's not a lot of money. 21,000. Can we beat this thing? This thing has like 56k HP, I believe, and that's not even counting the insides, by the way. So we're gonna have to make sure we micro the Orcas, so keep moving it as the as the bat is kind of moving along the track. Now let's have it here on the right side. All right, we're missing a decent chunk of damage versus this bad balloon. I mean, I kept dumping all of these abilities. Is it even gonna pop by itself? No, we cannot even pop the bad layer, let alone the insides. All right, so here's the strategy. Let's try and buy the most cost-effective thing that does a lot of damage versus Moab class balloons, and in my mind the first thing that comes up is this. It's Moab shredders, actually, not even the ability. And I guess we're gonna spread them around like in these corners, which is I guess the only spot they can kind of see a good chunk of the track. And how can we buy 3? I bought 2, and we have $800 left. This is actually gonna do it. $800 left, guys. If we actually win thanks to this, that is gonna be because of one thing. It's the discount villages, which saved us a little bit of cash. And also all of that saving cash and just trying to min-max the rounds, it is all coming down to this. This game mode is insane. Can we actually do it? Let me just click to see how much damage these guys do. Yeah, it's doing like 3,000 damage, but this is like only one of the spike factories. Let's check this one up top. This is the one is going to, yeah, it's doing well, actually. All right, is it looking better than last time? I don't know. This one has like 4k pops, 5k, 7k pops. I mean, we're definitely doing some great damage. Let's use the charge now. Oh, we get the pop, actually. Okay, let's use the level 7 ability now. We pop the DDTs. All right, this is really important. So where is the shark? Let's actually make sure the shark is here on the right side. Once we pop these UMGs, we can one-shot the BFBs, but we are, oh my god, this is gonna get down to the wire, isn't it? Okay, so what do we have? We have a freeze, and we have the level 3 ability. That's it. And I have the lasers equipped. I think it's, oh, do we have a charged up attack? I think we do. Yes, we do. That's so good. That's so good that we have a charged up attack, because we buy ourselves a little bit of time. Okay, some small mobs, blue mobs. Everything is a blue mob. Let's freeze, use the level 3. Is this gonna be enough? Please tell me it's gonna be enough. Oh my god, it's coming down to the wire, and we actually do it. Yes, we actually beat Chad. Let me check the pops. 700k on Rosalie, absolutely insane. 1.6 billion on the Orca, the absolute carry on this one, and the Boomer 700k as well. These guys have been around for the basically the entirety of the game. Man, what a fun game mode this is. I really enjoyed playing that thing. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.